Camera rolling. Stand by.
Intro scene.
The first hoppala is from the Clapper Boy. Okay. The camera is still rolling, so stand by.
Intro, take 1.
And action.
Hauptschule der Franziskanerinnen Ried. Test 3B. Proudly presents Stop Thief. Scene 1.
A butcher, early morning. You look terrible.
Thank you very much. But you're right, I stayed up too long last night.
Why?
There was such a good film on TV.
It's your own fault then. Come on, now we've got open.
Have you checked the till?
Yes, I still can trace that missing £5.60 we're after.
Maybe there's something wrong with the till.
Come on, you always blame the till, and when we find out what the real trouble was, it's usually you that makes mistakes. You're hopeless.
Well, we can't all be computer experts like you.
No, but you could try.
Yes, ma'am. I promise to try it in future.
Honestly, and I'm supposed to work with you. How about opening the door?
Ah! Oh dear!
What's the matter?
There is a very cross-looking woman outside, waiting. It's Miss Simpson.
Oh no! Not Miss Simpson! Why is it that some customers always cause trouble? And we have to be polite whatever they say. It's not fair that 9 in the morning. Let her in.
I just remembered I have to do something very important. Excuse me, James!
I'm sorry about that. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd like a copy of Superfudge, please.
Certainly. Let me get it for you.
Thank you.
Here we are. That will be $3.99.99, please.
Thank you.
Here is the book. Would you like it back?
No, thank you. I really don't need one. You know, I like shops that ask their customers if they want a bag.
We all believe that we can't afford to waste our natural resources. Lots of customers don't really want a bag. That's why we ask.
Absolutely right too. When I think of all the paper and plastic that gets thrown away, I get really worried. You see so much on the TV these days about global warming and what we are doing to state of our planet.
Yes, we must all play our part in protecting our world for future generations.
Of course we must. I am doing a special project on this. Can I use your reference books?
Of course, they are over there. Help yourself.
Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Simpson.
Morning. If I wait much longer, it will be afternoon.
I'm very sorry, Miss Simpson. I can't serve more than one customer at a time.
Well, there's no reason to stand chatting for half an hour.
Now, what can I do for you?
Would you please see if my books have come in? I ordered them weeks ago.
It was Thursday, Miss Simpson, I remember. There's been some trouble with one of the titles, but I'll go and have a look for you.
Well, hurry up
then.
Morning all! Good morning!
I didn't receive my glasses. I can't see something without them. Oh my God! I have to sit down.
Good heavens, you have only just opened. Don't you have any work to do?
Morning, Fred.
Morning, James.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Simpson. He's always like this.
You don't look much better yourself.
I beg your pardon. What can I do for you, Miss Simpson?
It's those books I ordered weeks ago. The young woman has gone to see if she can find them, but I don't suppose she's any better than the rest of you.
I'm sorry, Miss Simpson. Anne always does her best.
I've had enough. Where's Mrs. Hall, the manager?
Why do you need Mrs. Hall for?
Because I have enough of both of you. First I kept waiting for half an hour, and now this. I want to speak to Mrs. Hall. Get her to come here right away.
James, have you forgotten something? James, have you forgotten something? Oh, Schnitt. Retake and action.
Because I have enough of both of you. First I kept waiting for half an hour, now this. I want to speak to Mrs. Hall. Get her to come here right away.
Good morning, Mrs. Hall. I'm afraid Miss Simpson would like to talk to you. Could you come down for a moment? Thank you. Mrs. Hall will be here in just a moment, madam.
So I should think.
Good morning. Can I help you?
We are looking for a book on English history.
We are doing an essay on Henry VIII and his wives.
He did have a lot, didn't he? 6 in total. He had the heads of 2 of them cut off. Glad I wasn't his queen.
Better off with my Aunt you.
I'm not sure about that. You even forgot my birthday last week.
I know, but I didn't cut off your head.
You pig!
Now then, Henry VIII, the history shelves are over there, just behind you. Why don't you have a look for yourselves? Thanks a lot. I don't know how I'm going to get my essay down in time.
He leaves everything on the last minute. I've started mine. It's on Anne Boleyn. I always feel sorry for her.
It does seem a shame, and to think she was the mother of England's greatest queen, Queen Elizabeth I.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Mrs. Hall!
Oh, good morning, Fred. That's what I would like to know. I'm a good...
Have you forgotten something?
Du hast den Text vergessen.
Oh, Schnitt. Retake and action.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Mrs. Hall!
Oh, good morning, Fred. Now what's going on, James? That's what I like to know. I'm a good customer and all I get is rudeness from your staff.
Just a moment, Miss Simpson. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I'm very proud of my staff. They work very hard and are always friendly.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Deeds.
Good morning, James. Good morning, Mrs. Hall.
Good morning, Mrs. Deeds.
Morning, kids!
Good morning, James. Alfred.
that was a perfectly natural mistake. Oh, Schnitt. Retake and action.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Deeds.
Good morning, James. Good morning, Mrs. Hall.
Good morning, Mrs. Deeds.
Morning, dudes.
Good morning, Fred.
Couldn't you clean up before you open? What a lovely day. Lovely day.
I'm sorry, is this a hoppala? Is this a hoppala? I'll find you. Oh, Schnitt. Retake, action.
Couldn't you clean up before you open?
Good morning, love. Lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, do stop it. She's hoppalad again. Dear. Here is the hoppala Königin. Da 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 da. Schnitt! Take 229. Action.
Couldn't you clean up before you open?
Good morning, love. Lovely day, isn't it?
Careful of my shoes!
Bit of sweet water.
She's done it again. I don't believe it. Schnitt. Take 429. Action.
Couldn't you clean up before you open?
Good morning, love. Lovely day, isn't it?
Careful of my shoes!
Bit of a sweet won't hurt them, love. Oh, it's been every such a day. Never get finished.
Mrs. Wilkes, would you be so kind and go and clean over there? I have got no problems with Miss Simpson as it is.
Of course, love. I know how customers can be like.
And how is your little dog, Miss Simpson?
Morning, Mrs. Deeds. Enjoy your book?
Oh yes, thank you, Miss Wilkes.
I will bring you a nice cup of tea in a minute, when the woman is out of her.
You're very kind. You know, I enjoy my morning here so much. Ever since my wife died, I feel so lonely.
I just realized something.
I know, love.
No, stop. What did she say? Could you say that in English? Exactly. Mrs. Deeds and her wife, a nice lesbian couple. Oh, Schnitt. All right, Mrs. Deeds. Retake. Action.
Morning, Mrs. Deeds.
Oh,
Enjoy your book.
no.
You are very kind.
Camera is still rolling. Mrs. Deeds, from your line, you are very kind. Stand by. Action.
You're very kind. You know, I enjoy my morning here so much. Ever since my husband died, I feel so lonely.
I know, love. We understand, you know.
I wish there was more I could do to help you all. You always seem to be so busy. I sometimes wonder how you can cope all day.
It's what they are paid for, isn't it?
You could say that, but I don't think that's the point.
My staff do work hard, Miss Simpson. I'm sorry if you're not satisfied.
What a shock.
Good morning. Can I help you?
No, thank you. We're just looking.
It's my mother's birthday next week, you see. We just want to look around and find a nice book to give her.
I see. Well, if I can help you.
Oh, not really. We're glad at all. Come on, Ralph.
Right, Dora.
Well, I'm sorry to kept waiting you, Miss Simpson.
I should think so too. I haven't got all day. Now, Anne, have you found Miss Simpson's book?
I found one of them, Mrs. Hall. I think the other one Miss Simpson ordered is out of print.
Out of print? That's terrible!
It is not our fault.
Now, Miss Simpson, this can happen, and there isn't much we can do about it. A phone call from you, and we can always look up in our computer for you.
Is this the book we wanted back?
Henry VIII and His Wives by A.G. Taylor. I think so. It's supposed to be very good.
Oh yes, an excellent book!